to see the solids which are displayed on the screen? Okay. So in this solid you can see this is a square pyramid, correct? This is a triangular prism. This is a cylinder and this is a cone, right? So these are the four basic shapes. Basic shape means a pyramid, prism, cylinder and cone we will be utilizing in the problems based on the projection of solids. So let us go ahead. So whenever we divide a solid, solids are divided into the two basic shapes, polyhedron solids and solids of revolution. So polyhedron include prism and pyramid, and solids of revolution include cylinder and cone. So what's the difference between two? So we can see that for the prism and pyramid, just like in the previous case we have seen, for this prism we can see the bottom and the top base are connected by these rectangular faces. So the bottom and top are connected by the equal shaped rectangular faces in case of a prism, whenever it is considered regular prism. Similarly, for a pyramid, based on the bottom shape, suppose it is a square, so four triangular surfaces which are connected to the base and connected to the one common apex. This is a case of a pyramid. Now what's the difference between these two and these two? That is a cylinder and cone. The basic shape in case of a cylinder will be a rectangle, which when rotated will give us a cylinder. Similarly, the basic shape in case of a cone will be a triangle, which when rotated about its axis will give a cone. That's why those are called as solids of revolution. So after rotating a rectangle about its own axis, we are going to get a solid, which is a this case is a cylinder, and the triangle rotated when about its axis, we are going to get it a cone. Any doubts over it? Hello? Hi. Okay, okay. So now let us discuss ahead the different orientations of the solids. What is the terminology in cases of the solids? Okay. So as far as the solids are concerned, the different terminologies are faces of solids, edges, corner. Okay. So what is a face and what is the edge? You can see this is a triangular prism. For this triangular prism, this is a edge of base. So 1 2 2 3 and 1 3 is the edge of base, right? Similarly, it will have it will have two faces. One is a this top face and one other is a bottom face, right? So all these two faces will be connected by the rectangular surface, correct? And all these rectangular surface are meeting at this. So this is a edge, okay? So how many edges it will have? 1 1, 2 2, 3 3 for a triangular prism, correct? Line of intersection of faces. So this face intersecting here, this face and this face intersecting at 3, this face and this face. Cursor not visible. It converted into that different shape. That's why. Wait. I will use a different color. Can you see this? This is a edge. This is also an edge. Correct? Hello. Able? Acha. Stuck there only. Okay. Getting. Wait. Having changing to. Okay. Yeah. So what I was showing earlier, I have shown these solids, which was in the same PPT, but it was another PPT. So this was a pyramid, this was a prism, cylinder, and cone, right? Then we were discussing about this faces of solids, edges, corners. So what's a faces of solid? So this is a, we can say, a face. What is a face in this case? You can see this. This is a face, correct? Similarly, this is a face, correct? So all these faces, these two faces, one, correct, and these, they meet at this edge, correct? So in this case, wherever all these meet at a point, so what we are considering, this is a edge. So this 2 2 is a edge, correct? Similarly 3 3 is a edge, 1 1 is a edge, okay? And what is the faces of solid? These are the faces, 1 1 2 2, 2 3 2 3, correct? 1 3 1 3, these are faces. And what is a corner? 1 is a corner, 3 is a corner, 2 is a corner for top base. Similarly 1 2 and 3 is a corner for bottom base. Same will be the case in case of this polyhedron solid, okay, which is a square prism. How many corners it will have? 4 corners at top, 4 corners at bottom. Getting? Okay. Now let us move on. Now axis. What is the axis? In case of prisms, axis will be imaginary. So it will be joining a top base center, bottom base geometric center. Correct? Now, what is the vertical edge or longer edge? The two rectangular faces meet to form a vertical edge. So this is a vertical edge, also can be the same, which we have considered in the previous case. Okay. So this edge can be 1 2, 2 3 and 1 3, right? This is the edge of base, right? And whenever we are considering the vertical edge, this vertical edge should be 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3, correct, in case of prism, right? I will tell this lateral edge later in case of pyramids. Okay. Series corners, rectangular face, vertical edge, top base and end. This is bottom base or end. Here it is a vertical face for this type of prism. Yes. Similarly, edge of base. So 1 2 3 is a edge of base, and 1 2 3 are a corner. So what is a corner? Three faces meet to form a corner. Three faces. 1 2 and 3 face. So this is a meeting at a corner, correct? So for corner to happen, three faces needs to be there at least. Sorry, I went ahead. Yes. So this is a case of right regular prism. What type of prism is now displayed on a screen? It's a pentagonal prism. What is the difference between this pentagonal prism and square prism or triangular? You can see the change in the base, correct? Here is the base is pentagon, here is the base is hexagon. Another thing you could notice that based on the base, the number of sides or the number of rectangular faces will also be increased. Here it's a base is pentagon, so it will be also a 5 rectangular faces connected to the bottom and top. Similarly here 6 faces. Correct? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So now we will go ahead. This is a case of oblique prism and truncated prism. What is the oblique prism or truncated prism? You can see all the faces, instead of being vertical, those are inclined at the same angle. So if this is a face 1 1, the angle made by the 1 1 with respect to horizontal and 2 2 will be exactly same, 3 3 will be also same, 4 4 will be also same. So this is not we are going to draw, but this will appear in our next steps, that is in the second stage or in the third step this may appear. Okay. Similarly, what is a truncated prism? When the prism is cut by a cutting plane inclined to base, the top surface is removed. This is also we are not going to draw, but it will be a result of the cutting of a solid, right? So it's a part of section of solid. So that will be appearing on our let us say second stage, or it could be the part of the answer also. Okay. Generally, we are not going to draw this directly. So this also we have understood. Let us understand the number of edges. For a cube or a hexahedron, the number of sides will be equals to 6. You can see this. This is 1. Bottom is second. This is third, fourth, fifth, and this will be the sixth side. So cube has all 6 square faces. So number of edges of square prism are 3 times the side of base polygon. So number of edges. What do you mean by the edges of prism? This is a one edge, correct? This is a second edge. This is a third edge. This is a fourth edge. So number of edges will be depending upon how many sides of a base polygon is. So if the sides of base polygon is 3, the number of edges will be 9 because it's a 3 times. So we can write down the formula. So number of edges is equals to 3 times the n. That is n is equals to number of sides of base polygon. Okay, getting this? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. So let's go ahead. I will skip this because this is already understood. Yes. So let us take a case of a pyramid. Okay. For a pyramid, you can see the base is a pentagonal. Here I have shown the hexagonal, right? So what is the difference? You can see this is a. I will reduce the thickness of this line. Yes. This edge, correct? This edge. Can you see the colored line?
Yes, sir.
So these are all the slant edges. How many slant edges? So as it is a pentagonal pyramid, number of slant edges will be 5. Similarly, for hexagonal pyramid, number of slant edges will be 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be 6.
6.
Okay, and
Yes.
all those are connected to one apex. So just like here and here. Okay. So now edge of base or side of base. So this is a, what is the edge of base in this case? Look at this. This is edge of base. This is edge of base. This is edge of base. So how many edge of base it will have? 5. Correct.
5. Yes.
Similarly, in this case, it will be edge of base 6. Okay. This is a triangular pyramid. The triangular pyramid is also known as tetrahedron. Okay. And this is a square pyramid. So what's the difference? Triangular pyramid has a base as a triangle and the 3 faces. This is one triangular face. Correct. Where is another triangular face? This is second. Correct. This is another triangular face and another is behind. You can see this. This is behind. Okay. So these three triangular faces meeting at one apex, correct? And the base is also a triangle. And this is a square prism. You can easily get to know. Yes. Polyhedron solid. Oblique pyramid. First term of pyramid, that is upper part gets removed. Truncated pyramid. Pyramid is cut by a cutting plane. So this will be the appearance of the truncated pyramid. And this is a tetrahedron, which I have just now told you. So now let us consider a very simple case. A square prism, edge of base 40 mm, axis at 60 mm, standing on its base on the HP. So similar questions will be asked, right? Draw the projection of solid if its edge of base are equally inclined to VP. So read the problem very carefully. What is the basic shape? Then it's a square prism. What does it mean, square prism? Base will be a square prism, correct? So you can have, right? What is the basic shape? It's a square prism. Then it will be, so as far as this is concerned, this could be the shape of square, or this could be the square that we have to draw. And as it is a prism, correct, based on it we can have, this is a shape, or this is a shape, correct? So if this is A, B, C, D, we will project it, correct? And here we are going to get this A dash, this we are going to get B dash, comma D dash, this we are going to get C dash, correct? If it is, this is A, B, C, C, D, then this will be A dash comma B dash, this will be also a, this will be then C dash comma D dash, correct? Bottom base also we can give the same name, C dash comma D dash, this will be A dash comma B dash. Now this is the basic shape that could appear, but we need to define whether it should be drawn below the xy or it should be drawn above the xy. So how do we determine? Read the question again. Edge of base 40 mm, axis height 60 mm, standing on its base on the HP. What does it mean? So square prism is placed in the first quadrant such that its base is in the horizontal plane. So if the base is in the horizontal plane, we need to draw the true shape below the xy line, correct? Then how it should be drawn? Draw the projection of solids if its edge of base are equally inclined to VP. Now tell me whether in this case the edge of base are equally inclined to VP, or in this case edge of base are equally inclined to VP. This case,
Yes, sir, in the first place.
correct? Left one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, correct. So we now let us draw this question in AutoCAD. It's very simple question. Actually, such questions are not asked in exam, but for understanding, I will do it. Okay, we draw a XY line, ortho on. Okay, we take a polygon to draw a square. Number of sides by default always the 4. Enter. instead of center of polygon we will select a edge, right? Then we will select a 40, right? We select this and then we will rotate, keep any base point, type 45. So we can see that this is now rotated, correct? Now we can give the name B, C, D. Similarly we can give A dash, B dash comma D dash and C dash. Okay, now we can explode it. How we move this? This should be a very simple problem for you. Just you need to understand why we need to draw it like this. That is equivalent to VP is mentioned in the question. So you can easily get to know the angle made by this face, angle made by this face, angle made by this, and angle made by this. All are 45. So all the faces are making equal inclination with respect to this XY or this vertical plane, which will be here above the XY. And whatever is below this XY will be a horizontal plane. Correct? So these are the projections we have taken. And what is the height? 60 is the height. Correct? This also we take 60. Sorry, ortho was not on. 60. Then we can join this 60. Then join like this. Then we will move this ortho off. We will move this BD. And then we will move this C. Okay. Same we will copy it for bottom base. Okay, like this. So this question is done with my question here, right? So just for understanding I have drawn. Now what we need to do, we need to select the edges which needs to be appeared as thick. Although in exam we will be not monitoring what should be appearing as thick, but you should know sometimes it's very easy to proceed for a question or proceed for answer if you already taken the thick and thin lines separate. We will change the thickness. Correct? Right? So let's move. Any doubts over it?
No, sir.
Okay. Now this is a question based on the square pyramid. What's the difference between this? Read the question carefully. Instead of the prism, here it's a pyramid. So we will definitely know that the all the triangular faces needed to be meeting at one apex. Okay. So I will directly draw this on a AutoCAD. You can see what is given in a question. Base 40 mm, axis 60 mm, has its base in the HP. So where is the base? HP. With two sides of base perpendicular to VP. Right? So in this case, whenever the two sides of base it will have, so the square should be, what should be the square shape? Like this, correct? Because in this case, this is a side of base and this is a side of base, making an angle 90 degree with the XY line or indirectly with the VP. That's why this is the correct shape, right? Why not this? Because in this case, all the angles which are made by this base will be 45. So
45.
that does not
Yes,
make
sir.
90 degree. Okay. So now let us go and draw square pyramid having edge of base 40 and axis 60. I will draw here itself. Just drawing a one vertical line in between. Okay. So once we select a polygon, number of sides are decided. We should select the edge instead of center. What is the reason? Because once we select the center, it will ask us whether we need to inscribe or circumscribe. For a square, we need not to do this. Inscribe or circumscribe method can be used only in case of hexagon. Okay. Even we draw a hexagon without that. So always select the edge. Okay. So we select this first edge point. So side of base is 40. Okay. Same names. I will copy this. A, B, C, and then D. Okay. Now we take the projections. Now we have taken the projections for the edges. Now how to select the axis? So for the axis, from the OSNAP settings, we need to check whether the geometric center option is on. Look at this. Geometric center option is needs to be on. Right? Then we select the line type as center. Right? And from this center point, we take the axis, whichever is required. So as far as our question was given, axis height was required 60. Enter. Okay. Now I again change the line type to bilayer with the thickness keeping as 0.09, and now I am connecting this apex to the these projected points of the base. Okay. I need to redraw the line between these two. Correct. Now I will select this match properties 1, 2, 3, this. Okay. And then I can transfer the annotations. A, copy, this is my point, A dash comma B dash, correct? So I can write down here as A dash comma B dash. Sorry, did not enter. A dash comma B dash. Right? Then copy. So this point will be C dash comma D dash. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, right. And similarly, the apex need to be shown with the O dash. So for changing, what you need to do? Double click like this. So once you double click any text, it will be in the edit mode. Correct? Like this. Okay. So this is case of a square pyramid. Okay. Now let us again go back to PPT. For a cylinder, what is the base diameter? In this case, 40 mm, axis length 60. So how do we draw the cylinder? In this case, what is mentioned? Has its base in the HP. So we need to draw a circle, then project the edges of the circle's base and then draw it. Correct? So I will show it on the AutoCAD directly. Same question, edge of base 40, axis length 60. So I will go little quickly so that these are very basic shapes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So XY line. So edge of base is circle. How much was the radius? Radius was 20 because the diameter was given as 40. Axis length was 60. It has to be drawn in X HP. So radius we have taken is as 20. Enter. Okay. Then what we will do? We'll divide one. Sorry, we will draw one line from center to the edge like this. Correct? Then we can take this projections here like this. Okay. We divide this circle into 8 parts. Carefully look now. We need to use this polar array. Okay. After we select the polar array, we select the center of a circle. Right. So then the number of items here are 6 because the circle is now divided into the 6 parts. So now from the items list, we will change it to 8. 8. Enter. So you can see now the circle is now divided into the 8 parts. Correct? Now from each part we will take one projection like this. Okay, in this way, right? Then we extend it further 60 mm. Okay, the base is 40 and we draw this. Okay, similarly we extend this. Okay, so for this part we will make the outside edges as dark. Okay, I need to draw one base also. Correct. So now I will select this squares edge. I will do the match properties. select the age, select this, select this. Okay. So now as far as the cylinder is concerned, for a cylinder, this is a outside generator. This is also outside generator, right? The one which is taking the outer part of the cylinder is called as outside generator, and this 1, 2 and 3, these are inside generator. Now here the axis get overlaps with this additional generators which are on the edge of base. How do we name this? Usually we name the cylinder in the form of numbers. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In this way we write it down, right? Then explode, and then we can start with this. This is a 1, this is 2, this is 3, this will be 4, 5, 6, 7, and this will be 8. Correct? You can see that while transferring, this 7 gets attached here is because of the O snap on. So while moving, you may switch it off the O snap like this, so that it can take a proper place. So now how we should name this? See, this is a generator obtained from 1, so we can name this as 1-1. Correct? So for that we can take another text box and we will type 1 dash, right? I will increase the text size. 1 dash, then 2 dash comma 8 dash. Why 2 dash comma 8 dash? We can see that generator of 2 and 8 will fall on one line, so this will be a point of 2 dash comma 8 dash, and generator of 2 dash will get overlap with 8 dash 8 dash. Correct? That's why we write down the two names together, 3 dash comma 7 dash. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
But
okay.
sir, how is 2 dash overlapping with 8 dash?
Sorry.
How is 2 dash overlapping with 8 dash?
See this. If I extend this line, if I extend this line, I will switch on the O snap. See this.
Acha, okay, okay, sir.
That's why. Okay.
Yes.
Both will be on one horizontal line. So just to represent, I have shown only 3-4 numbers. Explode. How to place? 1, 2 dash comma 8 dash. See now. As soon as I move, the rectangular box is appearing. So if I place it now, 2 dash 8 dash will directly touch the cylinder. See this. Correct? So to avoid this, what you can do? I select this. I now stretch it, and while moving, I switch it off the O snap like this. Correct? Now I keep the switch off O snap till I move these all points. Getting? In this way you can follow. Now the same names will be taken by the top base like this. Okay, similarly others will. This will be 4 dash comma 6 dash. This will be 5 dash. Correct? Getting? Hello?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now we move on to the next. Now in case of cone, right circular cone with base 40 axis 60 long, stands vertical on its base on HP. So how to draw it? So cone base diameter 40, axis 60. Okay, let's draw. So for this case, as it is in the HP, we take a center radius. What was the diameter of the cone? 40. So we take a radius as 20, right? Correct. Then O snap on. Say this. This is a quadrant point. From this quadrant point, ortho on. We take this end points, right? Similarly, we take this end point, right? Now, how to select the center? We take the center line. We can keep on the base by layer line. Just select the edge. We can see this geometric center gets highlighted. Draw one line here, or you can select the virtual line. From the XY line, you can select the separate line or continue the previous. Draw this 60 like this, and then you connect this with the edges in this way. In this way, you will have to draw a cone. Correct? Then draw one line like this. Select this. Select the polar array. Right? Select the center and divide this. Enter. Now we want to divide this into the 8 parts. So instead of 6 here in items, we will go into 8. Enter. Right? Now for this, we will be projecting this vertically up like this. Similarly, this we will project, and this we need to connect it like this. Select the line from this, connect it to the apex. So in this case, OSNAP will play a very important role to exactly identify where is the end point. Okay. So in the same way, we have marked the cylinder, we will mark the core. So all the points of base, we will mark it like this, same. Correct. So I will copy this. Okay. I will select the base point as center, and I will move this. See this. Correct. Now here, this is a projection line, and what is this? This is a end generator of a cone. Okay, or slant height of a cone. What is this called as? Slant height, and this is a axis height. This is what? Slant height. So we will select this slant height while drawing the development. Okay, we won't be using this vertical height for drawing a development. So now I draw this one more line in between here. Okay, select this edge, match properties. Okay, correct. So this is a generator of O dash to 1 dash because it's obtained from 1. This is a generator of O dash to 5 dash, and another in between, this is a O dash to 2 dash 8 dash. Here it is O dash to, this is 3 dash 7 dash, O dash to 4 dash 6 dash. I hope you are able to understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will just for representation, I will draw one or two, and then we'll proceed for the actual questions. O dash, 1 dash, 2 dash, comma, 8 dash. So this point is O dash. This is 1 dash, and this will be, now see, OSNAP was fetching, so I'm switching off the OSNAP while this moving command is on. Huh? No need to switch it off. the O snap, and then again go back to moving. Okay, so in this way we have done nomenclature. So now we move on to the actual questions. Yes. So these are also the questions which are simple, means those will not be asked in exam, but just for representation or understanding the basics I've shown here. Axis of solid perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. So such cases are not asked in exam, because in exam, axis of the cylinder should be inclined to one reference plane for SU 23 pattern, whereas for SU 2020 pattern, axis of the cylinder should be inclined to both the planes. Such type of questions are asked. Okay. So initially I will take the questions which are asked for SU 23 pattern. Then I will go for SU 2020. Okay, because first two steps are exactly same for SU 2020 as well as SU 23. Whereas the last stage, that is a fourth and fifth and sixth step, is not there from the syllabus of SU 23. Okay. So square prism, side of base 40, axis length 60, has its base in the VP. So read this problem very carefully. Has its base in the VP. So we need to draw a square prism where it should be drawn in the vertical plane, not in the horizontal plane. Correct? So draw the projection of square if it's the side of base is, draw the projection of square prism if the side of base is parallel to HP. Say this. So this is given. Correct? And then if we draw the XY line like this, then what should appear? This should be the answer. Correct? Square is above the XY and rectangle will be shown like this, because what is mentioned, has its base in the VP. Correct? And we can see the side of base. This side of base is parallel to HP. So this side and this side is parallel to XY. Parallel to XY means parallel to HP. Isn't it? Hello. I hope you are able to understand what do you mean by the side of base is parallel to HP. Square
Yes, sir.
has four sides. Correct? Two sides are making perpendicularity with the HP. Two sides are making parallelism with HP. Okay. So let's proceed. So now this is a square pyramid having edge of base 40, axis 60, has its base in VP such that, what is mentioned here? Such that edges of base are equally inclined to HP. So it needs to be drawn like this. Okay. So we'll take this. This is a 60 mm long, and then we connect this to the apex in this way. Right. This needs to be made darker, outer edges. Okay. So this all outer edges will be darker. This will be darker. This will be darker, and this will be darker. Correct? This needs to be taken darker. Okay? For a square pyramid. Because whenever we look it from the this front view, so what we see, the triangular faces are meeting at this apex point. Correct? So that's why we need to show it this like this. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll start with the actual question. Okay, so what is given in a question? A square prism, side of base 40, then axis height, how much is mentioned? 60, is resting on HP. So whenever it is mentioned it is resting on HP, so where we should draw it? The true shape, that is a square, right? Square we should draw in the horizontal plane, right? A square prism with side of base 40, axis height 60 is resting on HP on one of its base corner, such that its axis is inclined at 30 degree to HP and parallel to VP. Draw its projection. So it's a question of a square prism, right? And how to draw a square? Square we should draw in such a way that it is resting on HP, but what is mentioned? What is mentioned? It is resting on HP on one of its base corner, right? Such that axis is inclined at 30 degree to HP. So based on this, it should be drawn in such a way that in the next step, whenever we inclining that square prism, right, the corner should be on the XY line. So that's why I will show you the steps, then you will understand why we have drawn the square in that way. Okay, so first we will draw a square selecting the edge. Side of base we require is 40. We select the first point anywhere here closer to the XY, 40, right? Then I will tilt this by angle 40 or rotate this by 40. In this way I will give the names A dash, sorry, what A dash, A, B, C, D. Okay, we move this. Now we take the projection here, ortho on, right? What is the axis height? 60. So this is 60. This also be 60. This also be 60. Correct? Then we join this. Similarly, we will draw one more line here which is joining the base. Correct? Now we will name this A dash, B dash, comma, D dash, then C dash. Then we explode. So you can see that this is a generator or the projection line which is passed from A. So this edge will be representing A dash comma A dash. So we copy this for bottom, A dash. This will be B dash comma D dash, and this will be a switching of the snap C dash. Now we select these 3 points together, copy and keep it on the top here. So in this way, correct? Now I select this, I will make this edge thick, right? Match properties, this is thick, this is thick, this is thick, and bottom is thick. Now tell me whether we should make this B dash D dash should be thick, yes or no? See, whenever we draw this front view, The observer will be here, where observer will be look at this front view from this edge, and whenever the observer is looking at this prism from his perspective, right, B to B edge will be visible to him, right? That's why we need to show it like this. Are you getting this? Observer will be here. I'm wait, I'm switching on my camera so that you will understand this. Are you able to see this prism? It's a rectangular prism, right? For this rectangular prism, this is placed in such a way that it is on a horizontal plane. Now, from my perspective, I'm an observer, right? So I'm looking at this plane from my side. So as far as this, I take it this on a horizontal plane, right? So I tilting horizontal planes toward you like this. Or if I draw it in the top view, I need exact square. Okay. Say this. It's a square prism. This bottle base is square, correct? So it is placed on a horizontal plane like this, correct? Getting? Now, whenever I draw the front view, I see this line I am able to see perfectly. An observer will be looking from this direction. So he will be able to see this edge, this edge, and this edge. That's why we need to draw it thick. Able to get? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, good. So now what is mentioned in a question? It is resting on one of its base corners such that axis needs to be inclined at 30 degree. Now to make the axis inclined at 30 degree, we need to make the base inclined at an angle 60. Now what we will do, we will select, carefully observe what I am doing. I am clicking with the left click here. Now I am just dragging my mouse like this. So blue color window will appear like this, correct? So my entire front view along with annotations get selected. Okay. Now I am using a copy. I am selecting this base point. Okay. I'm switching on the ortho mode, right? My OSNAP is still off, you can notice, correct? Now I place it and then I press escape. Okay, getting this, what I have done, then I will select this again, then I will use the rotate, right? Then I will select the OSNAP and then I will select the C point. Now what is the angle I want? I want the angle to be made by the base. Which base? This. I will show it this first. This is a base, should be making an angle 60 degree. Then only this axis which is getting overlapped with this edge of base, sorry, this vertical edges b dash and d dash making an angle 30 degree with this xy, that is a HP. Are you getting this? I need to incline this by angle 60. Okay, say this, I will show you first. Rotate. See this angle needs to be 60, then only the b dash d dash will be making an angle 30. Okay, so now let us take the angle which is made by this b dash d dash with this. See this angle, how much it is? 30. correct? Right? So that's why we have made this inclined by an angle 60, correct? And now you can see that this CC is a edge, and as far as the square is concerned, I'm switching on the camera again so that you will understand. Closely look at here. This bottle, I'm holding it like this, and suppose this is my horizontal plane, this corner, right? Are you getting this? So that's why in the first step we have drawn a square in such a way that in the next step I will be able to incline this with the corner. Otherwise I would have been inclined it with this edge like this. Getting this? Instead of corner, the edge of base would have been on HP. So that's why we have shown it like this, so that the corner will be on the HP. Getting? Hello? Are you able to get?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Wait for a moment. So now we will proceed for drawing the projections for the second step. So we can see here there are four projections we will get. Not four exactly, two projections for the A dash C dash for the top base, similarly for a bottom base. So we will have to go very carefully and one by one. Okay, so we go here, right, for the top base B dash D dash, and then finally for C dash, correct? Then we draw it horizontal projections from here. This is the point D here, right? AC on one horizontal line, so this will be the point C, and on this vertical line we are going to get the intersection point as A, right? So now this is the point BR we are going to get, correct? So this top base we have already projected. Now we will go for bottom base, or we can move the annotations first. This A, D and C. A we will first move. This point is A. You can see this is a projection obtained from A dash. This is a projection obtained from AC. So this point will be A. Similarly, this is a projection obtained from C dash. This is a projection obtained from C. So this point should be C. Correct? This is D. This is B dash comma D dash, and this is D. Similarly, this is the projection obtained from. Oh, this line is not straight. Okay, so need to be very careful. See this. O snap on. This line I am drawing. You can see there is a slight gap. See this. So I need to trace these projections. Okay. And then, oh, I accidentally deleted B. Okay, no problem. Copy this C here. I will rename it as B. Right, and then we can move it by copying in this way. Right. So this is the nomenclature we have completed for the top base. Similarly, we can do it for bottom. Ortho mode on. Here is the point A where we going to get. This is the projection for B dash D dash. This is the projection for C dash. Okay, so we can take the same nomenclature, copy in this way. Okay, now how to join, right? Now while drawing this second step, that is a top view, we need to look it from this direction. Which direction? In this direction we need to look for, correct? So whenever we are looking in this direction, so what we need to first look, we need to always look for which are the visible edges and which are the non-visible edges. So how do you get to know that which is the visible edge and which is the non-visible edge? If we look in this direction, we definitely see the a dash, b dash, b dash and d dash, d dash. So first join whatever is visible directly. One more thing, you can see that this whole base is completely visible. So we will join in a sequence which are the things visible. So whole base is visible, so we join in the sequence A to B, C, D, A. Once this is joined, we will join whatever is the edges which are connecting the bases. So this A to A is visible. So I will join this A to A. Correct? Then B to B and D to D is also visible because we can see that. I'll switch on the camera. You'll understand. Say this. I have tilted this. So this is the edge A to A. This is the edge D to D and this is the edge B to B. If I look it from top like this. Correct? So even if it is inclined like this, I will be able to see this edge which is A to A, this edge which is B to B and this edge which is D to D or B to B, whatever is the case. Okay, so we will join this first. So this I am joining and then B to B I am joining. Okay, now for joining this bottom, what we need to do? Join the outer faces. As here is the ABCD is connected in order. Here first what we will be joining, we will join the outer faces. Outer faces, that is the outline of the figure, is always a visible line. So AD is the outer face or outline, so it needed to be drawn with the thick line, just like this. So AD is the outer line, AB is also an outline of the figure. So outline are always shown thick. Now what is remaining? Remaining is the B to C and C to D. So B to C and C to D, if you look it from this side for the bottom base, it won't be visible, right? So we need to show it by hidden line like this. Okay, so in this way the answer gets complete. So what is remaining now? Annotations. That is the dimensions. So show what is the dimension of the figure. In this case it is 60. This is 40, right? So this question is could be asked for 10 marks for SVO 23. And for what is the extension for SVO 20 pattern? For SVO 20 pattern, for the given question, we might have to do the incline to this whole figure, correct? So we copy this like this and then we will have to incline it based on the given data in the question. As far as SVO 23 pattern is concerned, the question ends here itself. Okay, so we'll take a 10 minutes break and then we can join. Till then, you if you have any question, please ask. Hello, Any doubts or questions over this?
No, sir, understood.
No, sir, no doubts.
Okay. Prabhu?
No, sir.
Okay.